Hi everyone. Before we get started with the official lesson today, I want to give you a quick rundown on how to join Google Classroom for this class. So the thing I'd like you to do first is scroll down until you can see right here it says Apps Used Google Classroom. And you can see there's a join code right here. So highlight that, GPCOWLL, and then Control C, or you can two-finger click and hit copy. And then click on either the picture or the words Google Classroom, and it will take you to Google Classroom. Now, if you're already signed in, it will take you straight into the Google Classroom homepage, or if you are not signed in yet, you'll have to choose your Rehoboth account. I'm going to choose the example student account and sign in. And you'll be taken to your Google Classroom home screen that looks like this, where you can see all the classes that you are enrolled in. Now, here's a huge piece of advice that I would give you right now. Likely, you have a lot of old classes right here. You probably can see, if you were with me last year, you'll see communications for last year. You'll see any other class, science. You may have things all the way back from elementary school even here in this area. And I would really encourage you to clean that up so that you only have your currently enrolled classes showing. Now, the way to do that, here's a class, is you can click on these three little dots. If there's a class from last year or a class that you're not enrolled in this year, click on the three little dots and click unenroll. It'll ask if you're for sure you want to do that. It says you'll be removed from this class, but all your files will remain in Google Drive. So like in my communications class last year, any like papers that you wrote or things that were assignments in Google Classroom, those files will still stay in your drive. You won't lose those. It's just you're out of the class. So click unenroll. And I just would really encourage you to start with a blank screen this year and only have the classes that you're enrolled in for this school year displaying. So now I have no classes that I'm enrolled in, but to add communications, click on the Join Class button right up here. And it'll tell you a little bit of information here, but it says class code. Ask your teacher for the class code and enter it here. That's the code that we just copied at the beginning of this video. So I will hit two-finger click and hit paste, or you can do Control V, either one. And then hit join. It'll think for a little bit, and then it will add you into communications. Now I want to give you a quick tour of the Google Classroom page for communications. This first page that you always come to is called the stream. You can see up here, stream is highlighted. And I know that some teachers use the stream a lot to communicate with their classes and to post work. But I want you to know that I will not be using the stream to communicate with you this year. I will always be using the distance learning site. Okay, so all I have on the stream is just a welcome message and a link back to the distance learning site. Welcome to Google Classroom. We will use this site for exchanging documents like Google Docs that we use in class. To see our signed documents, click on the Classwork tab above. Please note, this is not the main place you go for communications class for the instructions, activities, or materials. That place is the distance learning website. Click below right here to get there. You only need to come to this page if it says you need to on the distance learning website. Okay, now today, for this activity, it does say that you need to go to Google Classroom. So we are in Google Classroom, but you don't need to check this every day. So the place where you should go when I tell you on here that there's an assignment that you need and you're in Google Classroom, it's not going to show up in the stream down here. Okay? To see that assignment, you need to go to the Classwork tab. So click on Classwork. And then you'll be able to see your work. It's just loading here. But you can see here, there's only one document that I've assigned to you so far, and that is the email etiquette notes. So I'm going to click on that to open it up. And there are directions here. Please watch the video for activity 1.4. We're going to do that. That's the actual activity. But to open your document, you just click this logo down here, and it will open that document that I'm giving you to work on up in Google Docs. and it's going to create your own version of this or your own copy of this. So up here you should see your name. This account the name is 7th grader, but you'll see your actual name right here and then the title of the document. Please also type your name. Whoops, I understand. Type your name in this box, and then you're going to use this note sheet, and you're going to be filling in the blank spaces here using the video. And so we'll get to that next, but you can close out. You can always come back to this document again by coming in Google Classroom, coming to classwork, and then clicking. It'll be not expanded, but expanding it, and then clicking right here to open up your document. And you can come back again and again. Okay, let me open it up one more time. The last thing is when you finish an assignment, I would like you to click, once it loads here, okay. When you finish an assignment, I would like you to click the Turn In button once you're done. Please don't click Turn In until you're done, because when you do that, it tells me that you finished the assignment, which is helpful information for me, but then it locks the assignment for you, and you cannot edit your document anymore. Now, if you accidentally hit Turn In before you're done, you can open this document up, and then I believe this button becomes an unsubmit button, or you might have to come into here and there may be an unsubmit button that shows up right here, and you can click unsubmit and then reopen your document or refresh it, and you should be able to edit it again. Okay, but I would say, just to avoid having that hassle, just don't click this Turn In button until you are finished with the assignment. All right, that's a quick rundown of Google Classroom. Again, always please email me if you have any questions. And now we're going to get into the actual lesson for today.